BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Thursday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
I thought you were kidding. So what, you've actually found someone who'll do it?
Of course. The woman at the florist got quite excited. She's going to use kale and celery for the foliage, carrots and purple sprouting broccoli for the flowers.
I suppose a wreath made of vegetables does seem appropriate.
Yeah, come on. Bert would love it. So what else is left?
Oh, food's sorted. Jill and Ruth have got that covered.
Have you heard when the family's arriving?
Yeah. Trevor rang. They're aiming for around 3 tomorrow afternoon. I need to get the bungalow ready for them. The place has got into a bit of a state.
I could come over later, if you like, give you a hand.
Really?
What?
No, nothing, no. Just I don't recall you ever tidying when you actually lived there.
Well, perhaps I've turned over a new leaf.
Yeah, right.
Have they told you when you need to move out?
Oh, probably after New Year sometime. David says there's no rush.
That's not too bad.
No.
Strange, though. Like the end of an era. After all, hollow trees no more. Soon you'll be out of the bungalow.
Yeah, I guess.
And, to be honest, as much as I love being around Rosie all the time, I can't see myself staying at Rickyard much longer.
Sorry, Toby, hang on. There's someone creeping around by the Longhorns. I'll call you back in a bit.
Which donkey sanctuary? Where?
Little Croxley.
And you want to go now?
No time like the present. Finding a replacement for Benjamin is of the utmost importance.
Sorry, Linda. I've got too much on. There's logs to chop and holly and mistletoe to cut.
Really? You were singing along to the van radio when I arrived.
Yeah, I've just got back from the market. I've been herding livestock since 7 this morning.
Then you deserve a break.
Look, when I told you Benjamin couldn't be in the mysteries no more, you said it couldn't be helped. Those were your words.
I know.
You said his health had to come first.
And I don't blame you for Benjamin's arthritis. Nonetheless, the moment you heard of his retirement, you should have started looking for alternatives. As you yourself pointed out, you are the expert when it comes to handling animals.
Oh, you ain't taking no for an answer, are you?
I'm afraid not, Eddie. As I explained to young Mia yesterday, one doesn't get what one wants in life without standing firm. So, who's driving?
Excuse me, you all right there? Hello? Can I help?
You tell me. Are you involved with the rewilding?
I am. I'm one of the directors.
Then you must be Rex.
That's right.
Wonderful. Tell me, Rex, what was this land used for before you took it over?
Arable, mainly.
And how long ago was that?
About 2 years.
You'd never guess. It looks as if it's always been like this.
Oh, thanks. That's the idea. To begin with, we planted a mixture of grasses and wildflowers, but it's incredible how quickly nature takes back over.
And the cows?
Longhorns. We moved them in this July.
I had to film them. They are rather magnificent.
Well, they're perfect for us. This time of year, when there's not much grass around, they'll browse on bushes and trees instead. They come through winter really well.
Do they now?
Can you see the way that one's pulling down a branch with its horn?
Yes.
Kind of naturally trims the trees. Plus, they're great for spreading seeds. I'm told that cattle like Longhorns act as a pathway for spreading over 200 different plant species. Mm-hmm. With deer, it's only 28.
My goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Lazy old deer.
Yeah, that's why, other than a few places, we let them roam where they like.
And how large an area is that?
Altogether? The rewilding is about 400 acres.
400?
Well, there or thereabouts.
So how do you make any money?
if I'm honest, we don't make very much. But then it's early days. We opened a campsite recently, and we want to run educational programs, for schools and colleges.
All their cash is going on catch-up classes, isn't it?
Is it? Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I didn't ask who you are.
Oh, Hazel Woolley. Peggy Woolley's stepdaughter. It's my father's money that paid for all this.
Right then. In you go.
What do you mean?
Well, we can't pick a donkey simply by looking at them. You need to go into the paddock so we can audition them.
Audition?
Here's the script.
Now, just hang on. You told me you wanted me here for my expertise with animals. You never said nothing about performing with them.
Eddie, there's more to this than good hocks. Our donkey must be able to bear the Virgin Mary with dignity and grace. It requires a very specific persona, strong yet humble, trusting yet long-suffering.
What about that one, then? Now, tell me that ain't a friendly face.
Weren't you listening?
Or how about the one over there? She looks good and sturdy.
He.
Eh? Oh, blimey, I see what you mean. Maybe not that one, then.
All I'm asking you to do is read from the script. You play Mary, I'll be Joseph.
Hold on a minute. Why am I Mary?
Because it's Mary who cries out with the labour pains. The last thing we need is a donkey that loses its head in a crisis.
Well, you get in the paddock, then. You play Mary.
I can't. You're the animal expert. It might get spooked. So then, scene 4, page 15. The road to Bethlehem. But go on, take the script.
Fine. I just hope the owner of the sanctuary ain't watching.
A lot of people think that in the past everything was forest. That's not necessarily true. You had all sorts of grazing animals. Aurochs, elk, bison. Would have made for a much more varied landscape of thickets and groves, scrub and lone trees. And that's what we're attempting to recreate here.
I see.
Of course, we can't go completely back in time.
Would you mind if we stop for a moment?
Oh, sorry. Am I wearing you out? I can get carried away.
No.
I just hope you can see what your dad's money is helping to support.
Oh, I certainly can. In fact, I think he'd be absolutely thrilled. There was nothing he loved more than the Borsetshire countryside. I remember, as a little girl, we'd drive up into the Hassett Hills and look out over the vale. The whole county laid out beneath us. It felt as if it was ours, and I was alone.
I know what you mean. My family moved away before I was even born, and yet here I am.
Certain places are precious. I only wish I'd realised that before Daddy passed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please. I don't mean to get upset. It's just I have so many happy memories. And then seeing what you're doing here, it's Daddy's legacy.
You're right. It is. Look, I don't live far away. It's getting dark. Would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, heavens, it's so tricky. I just don't know.
Look, we've been at this for almost an hour now. We've narrowed it down to 2 donkeys.
Yes, but they're both so different.
Then why don't I choose? The one with the tufty mane.
You're right. She is the obvious performer.
Good.
I'm just concerned that she'll end up stealing the show.
All right. The one with the mottled face, then.
She is certainly the more biddable of the two. But should that be at the expense of star quality? Oh, honestly, if there was only one with the combination of charisma and dependability that made Benjamin such a joy to work with.
You can't have everything, I suppose.
That's where you're wrong.
Eh?
There's nothing for it. We'll just have to keep looking.
Tell you what, why don't we use Jem instead?
A pony?
She's got 4 legs, And she's charismatic in her own way.
No, Eddie. It would say entirely the wrong thing about Joseph and Mary's socio-economic position. Simply have to continue our quest over the weekend.
The weekend?
Well, there are other donkey sanctuaries.
Sorry, Linda, I can't.
And why not?
We're slaughtering the turkeys. That's right. And what kind of Christmas will it be at Ambridge Hall if there ain't no Grundy turkey gracing your table?
I'll happily eat bread and water if it means finding the right donkey.
Oh,
You don't seem to understand, Eddie. Now that I'm an MBE, I can't rest on my laurels. If anything, my standards must be even higher.
does it now?
It does. This weekend, then.
All right, you are, your imperial mightiness. This weekend it is.
You're sure you'll be okay walking back in the dark?
Absolutely, Rex. Nothing like a nice hot cuppa to restore the spirits. Besides, I'm only going as far as the lodge.
So you're staying with Peggy?
Yes. I had booked a room at Grey Gables, but Kate, bless her, she said, "No, Hazel, your family. I'll go stay at my boyfriend's."
That's kind.
Isn't it?
It's funny. Your name must have been mentioned. I'm just surprised we haven't met before.
It does seem strange, doesn't it?
Evening. Oh, sorry. I'm not too early, am I?
Toby, this is Hazel Woolley.
Hello.
Hazel, this is...
Your brother, Toby. So I gathered.
I've been showing Hazel around the rewilding.
Ah, so it was you he saw skulking about earlier.
She wasn't skulking. She wanted to check that we're putting our money to good use.
And is he?
Oh, yes. Although, there is one thing, Rex. I can't help feeling Daddy's contribution has become somewhat overlooked. I went on your website, and his name isn't even mentioned.
No, true. But we do make clear that we're supported by the Ambridge Conservation Trust.
Yes, but that's all about Peggy. And the truth is, she wouldn't be able to be so beneficent if she hadn't inherited part of my father's fortune. Not that I begrudge it, of course.
No.
But it only seems fair to rectify the record.
Yeah, Rex, get your act together.
Sure, I mean, we could certainly think of something.
It would mean such a lot. Just knowing Daddy's name will be remembered.
Absolutely.
After all, Rex, you did agree the rewilding was part of his legacy.
Did you?
I guess I must have done. Tell you what, Hazel, let me have a ponder.
Of course. No rush. I'm planning on being around for a while.
You are?
Even better.
Listen, I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much, though. What you're doing, I genuinely think it's remarkable.
Cheers.
Oh, and condolences about Bird. I hope the funeral goes off well.
Thanks.
So, that's the famous Hazel Woolley.
What? You know about her?
Oh, don't you remember when we first moved to Ambridge? There was all that fuss about the village shop being turned into flats.
Was that her?
Now the penny drops. Hey, don't look so worried. I'm sure she's not going to cause any trouble at all.